Perfect. All right, welcome Sacramento City College students, faculty, and friends. This is the Panther's Post, our student led podcast, the very first one. I'm Nia Nichols, also your Student Associated Council's Secretary of Outreach and Development. I'm here with Brandon Fong. Introduce yourself, Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon Fong. I work in student leadership development.
He is one of our trusted advisors that we adore. Shout out to you, Brandon, for assisting us with creating this podcast. I think this was really your idea, and
No, it wasn't.
let me run with it.
Right.
So I appreciate that.
Right.
I also want to give a special shout out to Q, our media technician one, Vaughn, Deborah, of course, our student leadership advisor, and all the people that created us to have these this equipment and these opportunities to connect with our students.
Q is who?
Q Bogan is our media technician one here at Sacramento City College. Um, yeah, he's a friend. He's very helpful. He has a lot of guidance, and he will be our editor also.
It's been here as long as I have too, pretty much.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Vaughn. Thank you, Vaughn, for assisting us in this project as well. We appreciate your support. So let's just get into it. I know that Sacramento City College, we're finally getting started back into action on campus ever since our big COVID lockdown. During that time, everyone was online. The school was collecting dust and spider webs. Now we're finally back here, and we're really trying to connect with our students. So that was one of the reasons that we created this podcast, is so that we can make sure that we're connected to our students here on campus, providing you guys with departmental updates, resource information, campus events, and just really get that community spirit back here on campus. There's things that I just wanted to remind you guys about for this week on campus are just some of the events and deadlines that we have coming up. So pretty soon we're gonna be able to vote, guys, and I think that's a really big I think that's a really big piece of political importance for us here at Sacramento City College. With our population here on campus, we serve mostly minority groups here on campus, and it's really important for us to encourage you to advocate for yourself. Look up those props, look at your nominees, look at your local policies and bills, and make sure that you're advocating for those situations. So make sure you're registered to vote. If you guys go on Sacramento City College's website, you will be able to find a link to our ballot bowl where you can register to vote if you have not registered already. And make sure that you guys do that. Voting does take place November 5th. Also, just pay attention to your deadlines to add and drop classes. We all know that being back on campus, getting to campus, taking the time out of your work schedule and putting that time into your education, you want to make sure you're getting your financial aid and you're qualifying for these things. So it's really important that you watch out for your financial aid deadlines and when it's okay for you to drop classes and still qualify for your financial aid refund. I think that's really important for you guys to pay attention to. A lot of this is going to be me referring you to the website, sacramentocitycollege.losrios.edu. That's where you really find all the academic deadlines. If you go on there, it'll take you right to a student resource tab. You can go in that student resource and find academic calendar and deadlines. We're in fall 2024 right now, you click there, and you'll be able to find your graduation petition deadline, when you can change your major, application dates. It gives you a full term calendar of when you can drop those classes and add those classes so you can qualify for refunds. It's just extremely important that you pay attention to those. It's extremely important that you familiarize yourself with the website. That's where you're going to find your deadlines. That's where you're going to find your campus events and your student resources. the first tab that you see when you open Sacramento City College's website, you'll see that student resource tab, and it'll take you to an overview of what you can find accessible in the library, in the counseling and the transfer center, support services, basic need resources. I encourage you guys to just go on that website and take a look around and make sure that you're connecting with all of the resources. I think right now what we need to mostly focus on for this time of the year are making sure that you have those tutoring services, those technology services, and even community where you can find tutoring. I know midterms are right in front of us. We have our Ashe Center, our API Center, our Black Student Success, business services. In all of these places, you can find tutoring just exactly for the niche or the major that you're looking for, the class that you're looking to tutor in. All have accessible tutoring sources or resources there for you. So at this time, it is really important to start studying. I wonder, Brandon, do you have any tips or tricks on the best way to stay focused in studying in this midpoint of the semester?
At this point in the semester, well, review all your materials. Get tutoring. That's a main thing to do. Use our resources, like what you said. We have a math lab. We have all that kind of stuff. Rise. We should mention Rise. Rise is a nice place. Rise always has a nice place to get free tutoring, and the other thing is it's all free. There's no charge to it. A lot of times when we got tutoring a long time before, it was always, but here at our campus we try to strive for our students to make it a lot better by making things free for us.
Well, I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because with our tutoring, it is absolutely free and it's super easily accessible. If you're on campus, you can walk right into the Learning Resource Center, which was just recently named the Joan Didion Center, and there's a new look in there. If you haven't seen it, it's beautiful. But right into the first floor of the library, you can walk in there and get immediate tutoring, sit down at a table, and a tutor will assist you. You can even download a free app and schedule yourself tutoring if you're an online student or if you're not on campus as much. And again, those things are free. And yeah, shout out to the Rise Center, where you can also walk in there and find a counselor to discuss your issues with. You can find a peer mentor to help you study, or even just give you a little bit of guidance about what you may be experiencing in your first year that they experienced last year. So it's really important to just get on campus and connect. Review your resources. I know that if you've ever been in a first year experience class, you may have access to a Canvas shell that provides a numerous amount of tips and tricks on how to be a successful student, how to study successfully. And there's even a module where it discusses how reviewing your material with all 5 of your senses can really get you to retain that information, absorb it, and then be able to repeat it and properly put it back on your test, because sometimes we understand things and we can't articulate that information. So if you want access to that Canvas module, I also suggest that you maybe stop by the first year experience office and speak with anyone who's there available to help you. We have a friend down there, Miguel, who I believe is the supervisor of the first year experience.
He is.
And he provides so many tips and tricks. And the workers that he has in first year experience, they have a plethora of knowledge about ways that you can succeed. And although it is called first year experience, you don't have to be a first year student to receive that help, get that information. We're really just here to help everybody succeed in their time here at Sacramento City College. And I think that is a good segment to name Prepare to be a Panther, where we really prepare you guys to put your paw in the door of SCC and really be in tune with being a successful Panther here and allowing us to support you. I know that you guys are super interested in some campus information or behind the scenes that you may not be finding out when you have your head down and your sunglasses on walking to class. You guys are missing out on so much of that stuff. Um, that definitely was me last semester. Earphones in, sunglasses on, head down, walking straight to class. This semester, I try to walk with my head up a little more. Because the squirrels are always trying to get me, so I have to pay attention to my surroundings. But no, really, it's really important that you guys are in tune on to also like community things that are happening on this campus. I don't know how far away you guys live from campus, but our campus is pretty open to the community. I mean, sometimes we see people on campus that don't attend here. And so I think it's really smart for us to be aware of our surroundings on campus and kind of be aware of our area, be knowledgeable of the area that we attend our school in. I know that recently we had some people that don't attend this school come onto school, and they unfortunately vandalized a piece of our property. There was this guy getting trash cans and lighting them on fire. Brendan, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that last week. Yeah, it's at the over by North Gym. It's on left there. Fire. So.
Yeah, by
Different
North
times.
Gym. I think it affected the cafeteria a little bit. The bins that he might have set on fire.
Broke some of the windows.
Yeah, it broke some of the windows. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And we're already trying so hard to get our cafeteria back together. And so, you know, it's really for our safety to just be aware of our surroundings. I know that campus is open until about 11 p.m. for those that take night classes. So we just want to make sure that you guys are being attentive and aware of what's happening around you. I know that I had a friend recommend to me an app. Let me take a look. What was that app called? And it's been so helpful. It's called Citizens app. There's a Citizens app. If you download it and share the area that you're in, it gives you updates on, like, I'm looking at mine right now, and last night there were reports of burglaries. You know, and so sometimes this stuff is, this information is just good for us to know what to be on the lookout for. I don't want to fearmonger our students, but it is just important to be aware of our surroundings, the actions that are happening around our campus, because we attend here, you know. We need to be sure that we're in a safe environment. We got to keep our heads on a swivel, guys, so that we can get to class safely. Our campus is pretty open, so we just want to make sure that all of you guys are able to come on campus, feel safe, and enjoy your college experience.
Yep. Campus is safe, but always remember that you just need to be aware of your surroundings. So once you do that, it's pretty good campus.
Yeah, shout out to our Los Rios community, the police department. It sits right there in front of the parking garage. Yeah, right in front of the parking structure. They're super friendly in there. If you ever need some assistance, you'll also see them driving around on those buggies. They look pretty fun to drive. I wish they would.
Golf cart.
Yeah, the golf carts, they look pretty fun to drive. I wish that they'd give me a ride to the science building sometimes. But you'll see them driving around campus. Make sure that you speak to them, familiarize yourselves with them. And they also have some pretty good like goodies in that office up there by the parking structure. I know that you can get like those chapsticks. You can get the keychains with the lights on them. And there's also a keychain up there that if you pull it in distress, it makes this crazy beeping alarm sound. And so it's just pretty safe to keep on you. Who knows what's happening? But yeah, they work hard to keep our campus safe, and so we appreciate that. We appreciate them. Shout out to the Los Rios Police Department.
Oh, what about Panther Cares? About Mondays, about the fruit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Panther Cares. They are always giving out snacks whenever you need it. Honestly, you can go to is that the new Panthers Care building across from the stadium?
Correct.
Yeah,
very
so
nice.
that's very nice. It just opened last semester. It's pretty new. But every Monday, they make sure that they're giving out produce. So if you're ever walking around campus and you see, those bananas and apples, take some. If you don't see them in those buckets, you can always go down to Panthers Care. Well, they will have them for you. But they're usually everywhere in the science centers, in Rhoda Hall North, South, the gym buildings. Anywhere you need a snack, I think that you're able to find something healthy on campus to grab. Oh, also, guys, don't forget that in the upcoming weeks and weekends, there will be the Wizard of Oz performance put together by our Performing Arts Department. If you take a look on the SEC website at the campus events and upcoming events, you'll be able to see the dates and times that those plays will be taking place. Some of them are at separate locations, so just make sure you're looking at the details so you can go enjoy those plays with our SCC students. All right, and also keep in mind on Halloween, October 31st, we will be out in the quad with all of our clubs here at SCC's campus for our club day. So if you want to charter a club and you want information about it, come down to the quad October 31st. If you're looking for a club that you want to be a part of, or you just kind of want to see what SCC offers and what clubs and events that we'll have going on, make sure you're out in the quad on Halloween. Get some treats and maybe some spooky tricks. Well, thank you again for your time, and we'll see you next time at the Panthers Pod.